Okay, young lady, what is your name?
My name is Kyle McCourtney. I am Billy Payne of John Boy and Billy. Retired. Some of you gave me the nickname Summer. She was an affiliation that worked for the radio station 99.7 FM, The Ride. I am Sally Ryder, business label. I am an astronaut, a nuclear physicist, and I'm actually the president of the United States of America since 1974. And you don't understand this because you've never seen my face before until lately. And you're going to see it a lot more now that I have my nuclear football. And this is what you use to denote money into what we call Trump money or Gates money. It is the actual letter value that's assigned to the new money we've been getting down south because of me making so much money and not being able to spend it at my percentage earnings.
Did you tell me that you've got a nuclear football in your hand?
I have got what they call the TOL. It is a nuclear football. It denotes money into papal tithe-free money for the tax and earnings of the abilities to make other people money for your corporation to pay your bills because you don't make a whole lot of money in what your currency value is in the South. So it has to be level, it has to be equal, percentage based. 18 points oblivious up north. 8 points down here, crash the economy if I start dropping my money, which is up north.
What was that? Weren't you telling me about the Illuminati yesterday?
I said nothing about the Illuminati. It's actually Scientology. No such thing as Illuminati.
Okay, explain that to me.
Scientology is a religion based on Masonic values of the company of husband and wife into polygnostic groups like Mormon. Okay, so Scientology believes more in astrology and alignment of things that God is pleased with what's going on in your life.
So, astrology is a type of or a branch of Scientology? Astrology?
Astrology is based on Scientology, but it's really, in my opinion, hogwash, okay? Because you can track a constellation and the star movements, and the star will reflect maybe your birthday. That star movement does not know, you know, who I'm going to marry tomorrow, if I'm going to get divorced today, or if I'm going to be sick today and have to be out of work for a long time. Or I may lose my job, my finances. It's labeled an approximation of a lot of people they get on the phone, finding out what Aries people like, what they do, how is their relationship as a group. They attend lectures on this, on how to make their boss money. I have become aware of certain areas in the South that may produce petroleum hydrolux, kerosene, which can interpret into petroleum gasoline, which is oil-based refineries or cobalt 3. Newport oil is what we call it. It is a downgrade of diesel. Crude does not even exist anywhere in the United States of America. That comes strictly from Saudi Arabia, Iran, Iraq, and Russia. There is absolutely no oil to be found in Australia. There's no oil to be found in Argentina, which used to have the largest veins of hydrolux there was crude, and that is helium. Okay? Helium produces shine flight for crude oil division of particles and isotopes that melt down into what we call mobile 1 oil, which is the thinnest 12, 18 grade weight of oil that is in existence. It is used strictly for lawnmowers and uh, Air compressors use three-way oil.
Well,
Believe it or not, we have to cut down on prices so much in the South because there's little education on what properties rely up north on. Okay, they have to send their budget department up in Washington D.C. is a mess. Until I got wise of what was going on, I am at this facility. This is a FBI institute for helping the president or loft attorney of the president make a presence known down here that we're here. President Cheri Trump here. Okay,
are you a Trump supporter?
I am Michael Stephen Gotti Trump, which is a Rockefeller. Kyle McCartney is my birth name. I'm named after Paul McCartney. I am the owner and sole transitioner to the Duncan Foundation in Atlanta, Georgia. I am the sole breadwinner and stock examiner for the one in Alto, Georgia, which is Coca-Cola. I have no rights to the Coca-Cola Foundation. It's a trust for the Duncans, period, all of them. Under Sally Vandiver, which is Catherine Ann the Great, Rockefeller. She was a trustee, married Ben Rockefeller, the precursor to the gay dolphin, okay? Not spruce goose, the gay dolphin.
Gay dolphin.
Mm-hmm. And the gay dolphin was made out of a composite plastic, but it was a model on it. It was huge and never left the ground.
Let me ask you this. How long have you been out here? How long have you been in the streets?
I've been here a year and a half, living like a homeless person should have to live to appreciate the education I'm about to allot them on. You need to earn every bit of respect for yourself before you can expect to excel in any career. It is documented, it is calculated, it is tied, it is taxed, it is written in stone. You have to have integrity to advance yourself to do well and good for others before it can happen for yourself. It's in the Bible.
Tell me about your education. Where'd you go to college?
I started in college when I was 17. I went to NC State to take just a real estate law degree to sell real estate. In North Carolina, you get to take a real estate law degree. I went to college all of 2 hours. Okay? And when I left, I was the dean of North Carolina State University. My IQ was so high. All they asked me to do is take the test, sign my name. Nothing gets past the big C. I am Sheila McCarn Aspen Andretti of Charlotte, which is Captain Andretti of the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department. I'm the real sheriff of Charlotte. Okay?
Okay. Tell me about the Pope.
The Pope.
Yeah, tell me about the Pope.
The Pope was written a long sob story by my brother, Roger T. Duncan, and his concerns about why God had aggravated him so much by his sister Cheri. I'm his little sister Cheri. Roger T. Duncan is a devout Christian, a Pentecostal holiness preacher, and owns vast real estates as well as IT departments in the CIA and FBI in Virginia. He works strictly for the White House, and he works strictly for me now because I have the nuclear football. Now, here we have John Boyd of 99.7 FM. We're getting back together again. Poets Monkey again. That's what we call it. We make so much money, no need to even go to the bank, pull it out. We'd be robbed for it, killed for it before we get there. We not poor, okay? Um, we get along better as a unit, better than as an item. It's strictly business. And we cut up and flirt with each other, both happy about it. Because God approves of you being happy with the Belmont Coal Yard, which is Belmont Abbey, Plaza of Roses, which owns Belmont Abbey Catholic Monastery. Okay? With them, we are Pope John Paul, the cardinals of the law department at Belmont Abbey Monastery in Rome, Italy. We take care of the legals, we pay our taxes, we pay our tithes through our taxes because we're both plasma law attorneys. You cannot work for the FBI or the CIA as head. We are what you would call Mr. and Mrs. Smith of the FBI. I'm Laura Kaufman of the CIA. I'm over everything on the world as far as military.
Yeah, you were telling me about that yesterday. You were a type of chief of staff, or no, actually, you said admiral of the military.
Okay.
Tell me about that.
I am an admirable admiral, okay? That means my IQ is so high that the military has to bow down to me because I design their artillery, their hardware, everything. I'm Cheri Leader by labor. I'm an astrophysicist. I'm a nuclear engineer. I'm a chemical biologist. I am an endocrinologist of brain surgery. I am a social worker. I am a papal attorney, which makes me another John Paul 21st with the Belmont Abbey Monastery, which is their secret Pepsi bomb, as they call it, to getting even with people that don't like to hear Cheri Duncan talk. Cheri Duncan is my birth name that was given to me after 16 people adopted me at birthday, so I don't know, heard it with intelligence. See, my eyes were the first thing to open, and they say I was born blind, deaf, and mute, like my sister Beverly, because all I would do is stare at people with this mean cut. I was staring at God because He lets you see your life before you're born that I can remember. Okay? Maybe something in my head or a false memory or dream. You be the Pope and allow me that one cucumber seed on that, if it's true.
Let me ask you something. Has anybody ever tried to encourage you toward medication? Have you been on medication, or are you on medication?
To be on this property and to have the education I got, I have got to concede the fact that I'm stressed and might be overworked.
What's been your diagnosis?
I'm not on any medication at all. Okay.
Has anybody ever tried? Any of the doctors try to give you a diagnostic?
They have given me a diagnostic. I had a brain aneurysm, okay, about a month ago. And I was in the hospital for 23 days, and they had to put me on 7th floor. That is the behavioral science floor, because I'm the head doctor and owner of Broughton Morgan, which is the Sally Ford Clinic.
As the behavioral science.
And that's who I am, Sally Ford of Broughton. They have to put me there because there's nowhere else that they can relate to me, and you know.
Has the behavioral science community tried to diagnose you with anything?
They diagnosed me with too much intelligence and actually nothing. They put me up there, and I'm just gonna be honest. They put me up there. They ordered food from other states to make sure nothing would be contaminated because I am worth so much money. I'm a high commodity for life insurance scams against myself, my family, or trying to adopt my grandchildren or lie to my daughter saying, you know, we've got Social Security saying you have to stop giving your mother any money to live on. Okay? My daughter, my sweet little Ashley, is third in IQ in the state of North Carolina, as well as New York, which is saying she's catching up with mama real fast. So mama gonna let her catch up, just sit back and relax. Let somebody else do this crazy job of having too much intelligence to relate to other people's bull hockey. Bull hockey. And that is a blessed thing to say if you are in Rome and you need a donkey. You say, bull hockey, please give me a Cheri Duncan. A Cheri Duncan is represented in the Roman Catholic Church 9,000 times in the book of Peter. Okay? When it's translated in Latin, it means Satan. Okay? Satan is the first name of God. It tells you in the Bible. It says Eve and Adam. It's not Eve and Adam. It's Eve and Adam, which means satanic isotope. We come from pre-creation primary stew, is what they call it. Primary, not premarital or primal.
Right.
Primary means isotope-free carbon. Okay?
That's actually a new. I won't say it's new age. It's a creative. What do they call that? Creationism, or in other words, the dinosaurs 10 billion years ago.
Evolution.
Evolution. There you go. That's what
it's not to say there is not a God. I know there's a God. We're here. God works in mysterious ways with different people in the church. See, at first everybody thought that's crazy, just causing a lot of problems because I'm very demanding. When I see somebody that could be better than what they seem to be to me, then I know they're not as good at what I do.
Right.
I profile people for the FBI. I profile them to protect the church, the property, and other. They're not inmates, but that's what we call them because this is a workforce. You have to work at going to church. You have to work at being a good person to even have a conversation with another person on this facility.
Mm-hmm.
It's a facility, but it's tense that we're trying to, place in condominiums. Charlotte, North Carolina courthouse and the police department of Charlotte doing wonderful things to help out here now. Putting people, in trailers, communities, backlots. We're giving up our business homes, turn them into condominiums, restoration. Restoration means the divulging of certain facts without asking permission. I don't ask permission for nothing. I'm the president of the world. Santana Clooney Clues, they call me. Cheri Duncan. Which means, again, the devil in the Islamic Bible of the Rockefellers. The devil was foretold to come into fruition in the year 2023 from the birth of 7667. Now, if you're a number scholar, the book of Numbers in the King James Version didn't publish at all until the year 1666. And it came from Scotland. And it was Henry Easter Duncan, which was Henry Duncan the First or Henry VIII. Henry VIII is my grandfather. predecessor adjective, which means he was a zero, didn't exist and is made up folly. Just to write books and make movies. Getting into the fact that I'm different, I'm just now being noticed is a mind boggle to a lot of people. Why would I want to be noticed if my life was what I desired to hide from all this difficulty? I wasn't hiding. I was protecting my family from so much money that I had made by loving stocks, loving investment into religion. See, I pay Roman Catholic bills, which is unheard of. I pay tithes on top of that so that nobody has to work more than me because I am a perfectionist. I'm OCD about making you look good, not me. Could care less about, look at me.
That's why we need more people that's concerned about making other people
because
look better than themselves.
Look good to your boss gonna come to me and say, hey, put her in a condominium now. Which means I can see my grandbabies. You don't mess with Cheri Duncan's grandbabies, Kathy Shaw Baxter. And listen, I'm going to be very forthright and I'm going to be professional, Kathy. There are things you should know now and be afraid of. I've got Hal Lineberger's blessing on this. Just from me walking up to him and say, hey, look, this Bible verse. He was counseling another person at Station 10 because he was having emotional feelings and attachments to me. Girl, I'm sexy. Get over it. Women need to treat women like men. Men could care less if you look good on your face or your body. We all know what it is. Your attraction comes from your ability to admire something in another person. Whether it's sexual, whether it's mental, whether it's the ability, I cannot profile this. I did not see that coming. Amazement is attraction. It's not something to be ashamed of.
One's personality can be attractive.
I am 55 years old, ladies. And I've got 16-year-olds in love with me. I mean, drop dead, I'm going to shoot myself if she don't marry me. It's not because of my money. It's because I'm respected by them. And they don't know how to take that emotion yet because they are so young and to put it into proper alignment with
That's a good observation. Life. That's a good observation.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And it's a great honor to me to know these things. I'm not eavesdropping. God tells me what I need to know because Gary Duncan told Rex Douglas Duncan, I'm talking brothers that I grew up with, that I thought were my brothers. I'm adopted. I am the daughter of Zaza Gabor and Trenton Montgomery Rockefeller, which is burning precious.
Mrs. Duncan, I thank you for this interview.
Now, these will be coming forthright. What I left out, God didn't want me to cover anyway. And I can't stay up here all day looking pretty and sexy so I get a following, whatever. If I do, I'll send you a little clover leaves or something saying, God bless you for making an old lady feel special.
Thank you.
Porch Monkey out.